was 23 when this happened, and even now, years later, I still can't think about it without getting that crawling sensation up my spine. At the time, I had just moved into my first apartment alone. It wasn't in the best neighborhood, but it was cheap. And honestly, I was just happy to finally have my own space after living with roommates all through college. The building was old, with creaky staircases, peeling paint, but the inside of my unit was cozy enough. A small living room, a kitchen, a single bedroom, and a bathroom. That was all I needed. For the first few weeks, everything was fine. I decorated, got into a routine with work, enjoyed the quiet. But then, little things started happening, things I brushed off at first. One evening, I came home from work and found my bedroom window unlocked. I was almost sure I had locked it that morning. Still, I convinced myself maybe I'd just forgotten. A few days later, I noticed the living room light on when I came home. I rarely left it on. Again, I chalked it up to carelessness, but what really made me suspicious was my cat, Milo. He was normally calm, but he began sitting at the corner of the hallway at night, staring at the bathroom door with his ears flat, his tail twitching. Sometimes he would hiss. His eyes would follow something invisible. Across the hall, I tried to ignore it, but it unsettled me. One night, after brushing my teeth, I turned off the bathroom light and shut the door. As I walked away, I could have sworn I heard the faint sound of water dripping inside. I hadn't left the sink on, so I went back, flicked on the light. Everything was bone dry. That's when I noticed it. At the very top corner of the wall, where the vent was, there was a faint glow, a tiny, almost imperceptible red dot. At first, I thought it was just a reflection from outside, but as I leaned closer, I realized it wasn't. It was coming from inside the vent. My stomach tightened. I got a chair, climbed up, and peered inside. I couldn't see much, just darkness, but the red glow blinked. Once. A camera. I was staring straight into the lens of a hidden camera. My hands shook as I yanked the vent cover down and pulled it out. It was small, battery-powered, with a wireless transmitter attached. Someone had been watching me. I spent the rest of the night on the couch, every light in the apartment on. Milo curled against me like he sensed my panic. The next morning, I called the landlord. He swore up and down he had no idea about any cameras, said it was probably left from a previous tenant. But that didn't make sense. The batteries were new, the light was still blinking. Someone had been maintaining it. I should have left right then, but I didn't. Rent was cheap. Moving wasn't something I could afford, so I convinced myself it was a one-off. That maybe I had removed the only camera. That maybe I was safe now. But a few nights later, I woke up around 3 in the morning. At first, I thought it was Milo pawing at my blanket. But then I heard it. A faint, clicking noise, like a door latch being tested. It was coming from the hallway. I froze in bed, listening. The sound stopped. Then, footsteps, soft, deliberate, on the carpet. My bedroom door was closed, but I saw shadows move across the crack at the bottom. My breath caught in my throat. Someone was inside my apartment. I didn't move. I didn't make a sound. After what felt like forever, the footsteps moved away, down the hall, toward the kitchen. Then silence. I grabbed my phone from the nightstand, called 911, whispering that someone was inside. The dispatcher told me to stay quiet, stay calm. Officers were on their way. Minutes later, I heard the front door creak open. Whoever it was leaving. When the police arrived, they found no one. Nothing broken, nothing stolen. But when they checked the locks, they told me there was no sign of forced entry. Whoever had been inside used a key. My stomach sank. The landlord. He was the only other one with a key. The officer suggested I stay somewhere else for the night, but I didn't have anywhere to go, so I stayed. The next day, I confronted the landlord. He denied everything, got defensive, told me if I was that uncomfortable, maybe I should just find another place to live. I wanted to believe him, but deep down, I knew something wasn't right. The following week was quiet. Too quiet. I checked every vent, every smoke detector, every outlet. I didn't find anything, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Then, Friday night, I woke up around 2:30 to the sound of something sliding, a slow, deliberate scrape, like furniture being dragged across the floor. I sat up, listening. The sound was coming from above me, but I didn't have an upstairs neighbor. I lived on the top floor. Terrified, I grabbed a flashlight, climbed onto my bed, and aimed it at the ceiling. That's when I saw it. A faint square outline in the plaster. A crawl space door I had never noticed before. And as I stared, frozen in place, the panel shifted, just slightly. But enough. Someone was moving it. I bolted out of bed, grabbed Milo, and ran barefoot into the parking lot under a street light. From outside, I looked up at my bedroom window, and for the briefest moment, I swear, I saw the outline of a face pull back behind the glass. The police came again. This time, they found footprints in a crawl space, a small blanket, empty food wrappers, a pile of batteries. Whoever it was had been living above me, watching me, waiting. They never caught him. I moved out the very next morning, left most of my stuff behind. I didn't care. I just wanted out. And even now, years later, I can't sleep without checking the ceiling, the vents, the smoke detectors. Because once you've seen the faint glow of a hidden camera, or heard footsteps in your own apartment that aren't yours, you never feel safe again.